in mixed with very many different partners, 55 doubles titles in all. We won two together, four finals. Leander was on the floor more than he was running because of me. I am Olympic bronze medalist in singles, the only Indian medal ever in tennis, played in 7 Olympics. 7! And I think you could play this year again. Anyhow, reclaiming my time. Proudly represented India in Davis Cup as a player and #1 for 37 weeks. He received the India's highest sporting award in 1997, the third highest civil award in 2014 for his outstanding contributions to tennis. But those are just numbers, written very small font. Really starts when he comes to the net. Big forehand volley, feathery touch, reflexes like a leopard. The passion that the man has for the sport is indescribable. And if all else fails, he smiles on the court. Amazing athlete, a virtuoso.
Be in front of you here and interact with you. This is the first reception that I've had post my International Tennis Hall of Fame induction, and I am humbled for putting this together. To be the first Indian and Asian male to be inducted into the player category speaks of 2 generations of hard work. My father, who was my guru, my mentor, my hero, my best friend, and also my personal doctor, his dream was to prove that in India, we could be world leaders in an individual sport. That's the reason that my father did not encourage me to play hockey or play basketball. On full circle, as we were speaking in the other room waiting to come out, my journey started in. My life has been tough, it's been hard, but with years of give gratitude, because even though my name is
Apurva. When Rajendra and I were talking that Leda speaks, and it continues to be in East.
But messages of felicitations, and that is going to play out over the next couple of weeks. But the reason that I believe our ideologies are very similar. I believe our roots are very similar, as you so rightly pointed out. And I believe that in Bandhan Bank, the way you all have started way back in 2001, when you all first started the foundation to support the community, the layers at which you all support the community stand out very prominent to me. Why? Tennis is the first sport that had equal prize money for men and for women. Tennis is the first sport that had equal opportunities for scholarships for boys and for girls in college. Tennis is the first sport that also has equal opportunity across different levels of society. Doesn't matter what color, religion, caste, dialect you speak. This is what I believe that Bandhan Bank stands for. Was educating these young women to come together in groups called group loans. The group loans were not only given to deal with the stresses that children are facing, whether it's social media stress, whether it's peer pressure stress, whether it's exam stress, whether it's all these smart gadgets that we have, that children are losing the art of communicating. I feel that growing up in the 80s in Kolkata, we were very blessed with that. I feel that growing up in a city like Kolkata and a state like West Bengal, which is so diverse in community and so diverse in culture, we were very blessed as an Olympic champion and take 40 years of my own expertise, being his guinea pig. Take this 100 years of knowledge and create a better, healthier India that we can live in. To come to the challenges we have, the reflection of those challenges are that India is #1 in the world in obesity. India is #1 in the world in diabetes. Today, people don't talk about it because it's a taboo conversation. India is #1 in the world in mental health issues, especially after COVID. these issues need to be addressed. They need to be taught, they need to be normalized, and then we need to find solutions for them. And that is where I feel that my passion to empower the youth to be champions in any walk of life is a great responsibility, and that's why I put my word out there of 250 million children. And I would also like to point out that with the high brass of Bandhan Bank, the conversations already have gone so deep of vocational skills, teaching them a craft, to be able to put food on the table, to be able to earn a living, to empower themselves. But I'd like to humbly thank Bandhan Bank already for this felicitation and for taking the journey even further of how we can empower our youth in our entire world to be the best that they can be. Thanks, ballrooms, but actually in the rural parts of India, they're reaching out directly to different layers of society, whether it is empowering women. 60% plus Bandhan Bank of how not just why? Because she was a beggar on the streets. She would go from building to building, begging for money for food and clothes for her children and her. Bandhan Bank came together and supported that lady by not just giving money and walking away, by actually holding her hand and teaching her the grocery business to start with. Rented a location, filled that location up with groceries, taught her how to turn that business around, that she rents out. She's back in the community, educating other women on how entrepreneurship is done. तो जेरकम आपने बोले थे कि what is their next? Sport, entrepreneurship, all walks of life. We will collaborate together to